What is up and welcome back to the vlogs. Today we'll be doing something different. Now, I've done some dirt bike reviews in the past, all of them monotone and lacking in subject matter. But this one, however, will probably end up being exactly the same. Except this time I will be using my extensive lack of knowledge in the livestock and agriculture industry to determine if the Moto Pro RF250 should be your next farm bike. Alright, so first off, who is Moto Pro and what is the RF250? Moto Pro is an East Asian dirt bike manufacturer that produces affordable, good quality dirt bikes. Their local dealer is based in Edenvale, Gauteng, and all of their details will be linked down below in the description if you guys want to check these bikes out. The RF250 is Moto Pro's base model catered towards beginner riders or riders looking for something with utility-like reliability that offers great economy while still being able to offer an exciting ride. The RF250 comes with a 250cc air-cooled single overhead cam motor. It makes around 20 horsepower, it comes with a 5-speed transmission and features a kick and electric start. It has a 3.5 litre fuel tank, fast ace suspension. If you want to come over here, it's got 260mm front discs, 220mm rear discs. There's a gripper seat, some nice little foot pegs to give your liffey a lift, and lastly it's got a speedo and trip meter. Now, to find out if the RF250 has the makes of a good farm bike, we have devised a series of tests to see how it stacks up. So first up is the noise test. Now, unfortunately, the decibel meter that we were supposed to use turns out is very much faulty. So yeah, this test is kind of irrelevant, and yeah, it's up to you to form your own bias whether you think this bike is loud or not. We're going to compare it against the RR300 there, which is much louder. Yeah, Dean is our test pilot. He's going to be doing the riding for us while I record the results. So yeah, dude, take it away, give her a start. Just cruising right along. 300 is significantly louder. So whether you deal with livestock, wild game, or you are patrolling your property, the RF250 is certainly quiet enough to do all the aforementioned functions. So we are going to be jumping into the performance test next. Speed test. Now, if you are in the agriculture industry, you probably have quite a bit of land to cover in between your plantations. So while you sit and watch your crops grow, you might as well inject some excitement into your day and zip around your farm on a dirt bike. Now, to see if the RF250 has got what it takes to get the adrenaline pumping, we are going to do a quick timed speed run through a section of our XC track. So yeah, let's get it. That was a fun little speed test, and yeah, the RF250 is a lot of fun to rip around. Thanks to the Fast A suspension, this is seriously capable suspension. I've spent a lot of time on these bikes and on the two-stroke as well, and the suspension performs amazingly. So the bike tracks nicely, the brakes work fantastic, you can get on the brakes nice and late. Performance of the engine, now these bikes, these single overhead cam 4-strokes, they offer a load of mid-range torque. So none of these single overhead cam bikes are really tuned for top end performance, but if you can manage to ride it in that nice and fat mid-range, you can get through a track at a very, very, very competitive speed. Now the RF250 is obviously tuned for longevity and reliability, so compared to the RR300, it is a little bit, I wouldn't really say slower. It doesn't accelerate as hard, because once you get up to speed, I mean, it's fast. But like I said, if you can stay in that mid-range, you can really just like freaking push through the corners, and you don't really need to use the clutch or brakes too much. You can just use the engine braking to get through the track. Now that concludes all of our performance and sound based tests. Now we are going to go out, or go back to the farmhouse, fill the tanks up to the brim, and then we are going to be doing the fuel economy test. Fuel economy test. Now, would it not be awesome to get the best bang for your buck out of your dirt bike? I mean, of course, but how much does the RF250 have to offer when it comes to fuel economy? Now, to test exactly that, we have filled the fuel tank to the brim, and we are going to go on a long ass out ride to try and see how far we can go before this bike runs out of fuel. Keeping in mind it does only have a 3.5 liter tank, so we might have to steal some fuel from the other bike. But yeah, hopefully we don't get stuck too far from the farmhouse. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to be tracking the trip with the onboard computer and trip meter. It's nice and dirty from all the riding. And we are also going to be using Strava on my phone as a backup, just to confirm our results. My screen's nice and messed up, so yeah, don't crash with your phone. And yeah, let's get going. So, how have you been enjoying the ride so far, Dean?
Pretty good.
And you're repping the Bronx merch.
Indeed. New shirt.
Nice.
Looking
Matching
good.
the pants.
And the pants, dude.
So, yeah, we've got the RF300 and obviously the RF250. That's the bike of the day. We've done about 30 kilometers and we are in this
Middle of nowhere.
yeah, middle of nowhere. It's like a pretty sweet valley. So we've charged like about just above half tank. I think we're going to carry on riding for a little bit and then we'll turn around and hopefully we should make it back right when the bike runs out of fuel. So I think it'll probably do around about like 80 k's on a tank. We are cruising at a fairly high speed, so I'm sure if you like really driving or riding economically, it will be lighter on fuel. But yeah, we're cruising at a decent pace because we're kind of running out of time for filming on the day. You know, we still got to get home to our wives and fiancés. So yeah, let's quickly take a little break and then we'll jump back into the action. Okay, so we finally got to a tar road, and I'm sure there's a dirt road that continues, but we are still more or less in the same place with the fuel level as we were in the previous clip. But yeah, we are going to turn around and start heading back now, and yeah, hopefully we run out of fuel.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. But yeah, so far this bike is proving to be pretty economical, more than what I expected, because obviously with the performance tests and all that stuff, that kind of drained the fuel fairly quickly. But this just a constant speed riding, like adventure rider, it seems to be flippin' sweet, man. All right, she's still purring, but you can hear she sounds like she's wanting to die out. We did a total of 90 kilometers. Damn, that's pretty fuel efficient for 3.5 liter tank. Man, we are cold, we are dirty, and we are tired. I don't know how adventure riders do it. Like, we are sat after 90 kilometers. Obviously we did about another 30 kilometers of the performance-based riding earlier, but yeah, what a sick little ripper, man. Super affordable, super fuel efficient. When we get back home, we'll drain what's left in the tank, then we can calculate exactly how fuel efficient it is. But yeah, if you guys are looking for an affordable dirt bike that's reliable, that can do farm stuff, as we proved with our extensive lack of experience. Has great handling, great suspension, great brakes, and a decent amount of performance to get the adrenaline pumping. Look no further. Here is your next beginner / farm bike, or if you just want a bike to cruise around. Super fuel efficient. I think they come in at about 45,000 Rand, but that you can confirm with Moto Pro when you contact them. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the links to all of Moto Pro's social media, website, their contact details will be in the description of this video. So be sure to check them out, ask them about the bikes, see if we can set up a demo day for you guys. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. We're going to be doing another similar review on the RR300 in future. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that thumbs up button, dropping a comment down below, and hitting subscribe. That's it for now. Peace out and keep ripping.